All right. Hello, everyone. This is Deacon from Deacon Gaming. I am joined by the wonderful Thor's Chariot.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. And today we are doing some commentary on a Age of Empires game that Thor's Chariot did, where he was playing as the
Byzantines
versus the
Mayans, a very underrated civ. So,
all right,
let's get going, and we'll introduce the players here.
I'll be excited to see who or how they do and what they do.
How it goes.
So we have you as the blue, obviously, and we have them as the red.
Yep.
They
Us
are
versus them.
They are played by
Gunlad.
All right. So it seems like a standard start. Let's unpause and get things going.
Yep.
So let's hop over to you. So what was your ultimate strategy in this game?
Okay.
What were you thinking about doing?
So there are a couple of possibilities that you can do as Byzantines on Arena. You can go monks, full out monks. Byzantines have good monks. The monks heal 50% faster. But I find that monks are generally not sufficient. Mayans can make a lot of cheap units. They've got access to a lot of archers. Very strong against monks. It's not that they're particularly strong against monks in the sense they get a bonus against monks, but when you make archers, you tend to make a lot of them.
Right.
Which means that a monk conversion on one unit represents a lower percentage of your army than, say, if you're going knights.
Right.
Which are much more expensive units. Now, Mayans don't get knights, so there were two possibilities that were floating in my mind. You can see I've got a back boar, some berries, pretty standard resources, right?
Yeah.
Gold is forward, which is unfortunate, and the stone is forward, which is also unfortunate if you look over to the left.
Yeah, I can see.
So we're bringing in the sheep. We're sending the sheep in one at a time, as you can see, so that the villagers are not tempted to gather from more than one sheep at once.
Right, because that means that you will lose some food.
Yep.
Right?
So I think Spirit of the Law did a study on this, and he found that the decay rate amongst animals that you can harvest from is equivalent to one villager just stealing the meat, collecting from it.
Oh,
so
you plug Spirit of the Law's channel, I get it.
Well, I mean, he's very good at what he does.
Oh yeah, I mean he is the numbers and statistics guy for Age of Empires.
Yep. So that's why we're trying to collect from only one sheep at a time. We're sending looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 out onto wood so far. This is a very standard open, 6 on sheep, 4 on wood. But my strategy here is I'm up against Mayans and I have two choices.
Right.
I can either go fast Imperial into gunpowder units and camels and all that good stuff, and try to overwhelm him very, very quickly with advanced units. You know, we're talking about 23, 24 minutes into the game having bombard cannons and hand cannoneers.
Stuff that the Mayans can't handle.
Not that early in the game.
Right.
Or I can drop a castle on him, which will delay my Imperial Age time significantly, but I have this zone of control from this castle being in his base, and trying to encourage him to take bad fights under my castle fire. And I actually am going to select the latter of the two options that I presented, because I've played against Mayans on Arena before, and at this level, players will generally have, Mayans will generally have plumed archers out by the time the Byzantines are ready to charge in there with their bombard cannons. And what they do is they just micro your bombard cannons down. So they run up, kill a cannon, run around, kill another cannon. And the resources lost in that manner are very large for that early in the game.
Right.
It's a huge investment. It's a very risky strategy.
You'd have to have something that can defend the cannons. And
right. So the risk of him doing that, because he has a good unit for microing and shooting and running around and avoiding taking fights against my powerful hand cannons,
it's too great.
It was too great. So we're going to go for the castle drop. You can see that I've scouted out his base already, and you can see a villager that's headed out to the left of my base. Very early, you can see a mining camp coming down on the stone. So we're going to start taking stone, even in the late Dark Age. So let's try to get the stone necessary to build a castle.
Yeah, let's see what Gunlad's up to.
Yeah, let's see what he's doing here. So he's got the boar.
He is really focusing his food.
He's pushed an ibex in. Looks like he's got his eagle pushing another ibex. You see, Pushing is something that there's no reason you can't do it on Arena, right? You're not going to have to worry about another scout coming in and distracting everything.
Right,
so
because you have your nice fancy
he's
balls.
going to position his Eagle Warrior to the left of that Ibex and runs in and he shoots it. Pro players can get their Ibexes like right underneath their town center easily.
Right.
We're not pro players.
Though.
We're probably around 1150 elo, I would say. At least I was when I played him in this match.
I noticed down here you've got like a 200-point lead on it. Or about a 100-point lead.
Yeah, I mean it's a little early to draw any conclusions from that. So it looks like he's collecting from 2 of the Ibexes, and he's also taking sheep meat at the same time. Since he's not putting anything on stone this early, he's going to have more wood and food available because he's going to have those villagers collecting those resources instead. He's at 21 pop so far. He's got 4 on berries, standard 6 on sheep or 4 on sheep, and maybe some additional ones on food. So he always wants to make sure that he, has a good food income so he can be constantly producing villagers. He has not taken his boar yet, which is interesting. So back over at my base, we've got a villager on gold. Thinking Castle Age, because you need 200 gold to get up to Castle Age.
You are it looks like you're significantly more developed than he is.
No, I wouldn't. It's really early to say.
You've got your mining camps down, you've got people
got some on stone. Normally, you do not want to take stone this early.
No, obviously, because
it's a waste of time, right? If
because nothing in the feudal age costs stone. But
except towers.
So you're already on your way to feudal. Oh no, he is.
Yeah, he's on his way to feudal, and we're delayed. And the reason my score is so much better than his is probably because the score is calculated based on the resources that you have. And when you click up to feudal age, it takes a lot of resource out of you, so it lowers your score.
I get it.
So a lot of times players will use score as a way to estimate when someone has clicked up to the next stage, because you'll see a sudden drop in score.
Move it.
Looks like I'm taking a boar over there.
Get over there, Ibex. Move it. Oh. Nice shot.
So yes, we kill the Ibex so we don't have to walk halfway across the world to collect Ibex meat. And I've just researched Loom. I'm at 27 pop, and we're going up to the feudal age.
Right. So he's just hit feudal.
Yep, he's just hit feudal. But again, feudal age is not that scary from him so soon because it's arena, and I have stone walls. So what's he gonna do? He's not gonna run in with archers or scouts.
Right.
Arena. A lot of players don't like arena because you can't do a lot of that early feudal age pressure. But I would argue that arena can be just as nuanced because there are certain types of strategies, and the way that you execute those strategies or try to do them creatively in the Castle Age when you have more options. I think there's an equivalent amount of creativity, but many players will disagree. So you see classic blacksmith market coming down from red. He's at 602 food so far, so he's getting close to the resources that he needs to click up. He's researching double bit axe, probably singularly the most significant eco upgrade that you can get, because it improves the rate at which your villagers collect wood.
Wood is used for almost everything.
Yes.
I mean, most of your buildings use wood. Farms need wood.
Yep.
A ton of units need wood.
Yep. So he foolishly decides to pick a fight with my scout, and in the feudal age, scouts are stronger than eagle warriors, and they're also faster. So he needs to get back to his base, or he'll lose his eagle warrior. I've actually, as a Mesoamerican civ, I've lost eagle warriors to scouts on arena, or just in maps in general. In the feudal age, no, he's not going to make it. So this makes me happy because now
he can't scout.
He can't see what I'm up to.
So yeah.
So it'll make it harder for him to detect the presence of a castle being dropped on him.
Are you going to go for his relics? Go for the relics?
Oh, that's a great question. Relics are very important on arena.
Because there's usually like 4 or 5 of them, right?
There are 5 relics in a 1 versus 1 match. And it's non-trivial, right? It is
Right, I mean,
a
it's
relic in your monastery is equivalent to a villager mining gold continuously from a gold mine and not having to drop it off.
Right, so that's basically having 5 on gold.
Yes.
At any given time.
So let's take a look at what Gunlad is doing.
Right,
now.
that was a boring shot. I'm sorry, viewers.
No,
I was
that's
just
all
like,
right.
oh, look
They
at
got to
this,
see.
look at this pretty relic.
It's burned
There's
into
a-
their mind that there's a
eagle.
relic there, and there's a hawk or an eagle or something flying past.
Right.
So it looks like Gunlad's got a good ring of farms around his town center. He is on his way up to Castle Age. He's a little behind me.
Yeah.
So it looks like his build could use work, especially considering that some of my villagers are taking stone the whole time.
Yeah.
So he's going to be to
He has
Castle Age a little bit later.
on wood.
Yes, he does. Well, he's Mayans. He's going to be making archers. He's going to be making lots of buildings. So that's what he wants to do. Let's go take a look at Thor's chariot now.
Thor's chariot.
All right, the villagers are already on their way. Check it out. Mini map.
Oh dang! Oh, they are primed.
Yeah,
and
they're
ready.
to go.
You have the stone. You've got the will.
Yeah.
To build that castle, right? That's going to deny him that gold too.
Yes, it will deny him the gold. Now he gets gold on the inside of his walls, but
right.
now he won't be able to go outside and take that gold. And he'll have a castle in his face, and that's really scary. A lot of people get freaked out. So now that we've gotten to Castle Age, the villagers will proceed to build a castle right
you're
on
doing
his
a lot
gold.
closer than I thought you were.
Yep. Let's see if Gunlad can see this.
Let's see if he cares.
Gunlad sees this, but with so many villagers building the castle, he can't deny it, especially since he has one shot. He built a barrack so that he could build a new scout, basically.
They're all like, oh.
He can't stop it. So,
boss, they're building the castle.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's really quick. I think in real life, like building just this bit of the castle to keep would take like many years.
Yes. This Age of
And you can
Empires
throw
logic.
one up in seconds.
Age of Empires logic. Build a huge fortress on top of your enemy's fortress.
Automatically stealing.
So now we're going to build a mining camp here and steal the gold.
Automatically, just like, no, your gold. That's my gold.
So the castle does a couple of things. The castle provides a lot of arrow fire against weak archers, right? Archers are not strong against towers or castles or anything like that. So he's automatically discouraged from running in there. But the other thing that I can do from the castle is I can make cataphracts, which do bonus damage against infantry.
Which is Mayans don't get cavalry.
Right. So
Everything.
I'm looking at all the bases are covered, right? I've got a castle with arrow fire to deal with any archers that he sends out.
These two schmucks. They're like, oh,
Three of them.
They're like, we'll take care of the castle,
Yeah, so
boss.
interesting he made a spearman.
I think he anticipates your cataphracts.
Well, spearman won't help him against cataphracts. What a lot of people, if you scroll out, what a lot of people will do.
Oh, that was.
We just took down the gate. Yeah, the castle shut
Looks
down
like
the
he's
gate.
house walling here.
Yep. Of course, he may be expecting something to rush in, but if you go and you look at like the various relics that he's aware of, a lot of players like to camp their scouts on these relics. And so what other players will do is they'll send spearmen out to kill the scouts and then take the relics from the monks. So I believe that is why he made the spearmen, so that he could camp a relic with it and kill any scouts that would be trying to kill his monks.
It looks like he just threw them there. Yeah, he expected you to run in here with something.
So he's sort of like house walled this cute little archway.
So he threw what he had in here, but they,
And it looks like he's decided to go out to stone himself, actually. Get his own castle up. He's thinking it'll give him some control, some power.
That's a really nicely designed castle.
Yeah, it's I believe it's old standard Roman architecture, I suppose.
It's very pretty.
But the castle artwork in Age of Empires is nice. The artwork in general in Age of Empires is nice. So let's see what I'm up to now. We see how he's reacted. He's put a ton on stone. We're just taking his gold. What are we doing at home? Anything? Any additional town centers?
Nope. No, not you. Just a
just
mill.
the one. You'll notice that the food income and the gold is climbing. So let's go back to Gunlad here. Nothing interesting happening at home.
Oh, looks like.
So he kills the scout.
That's what
Got
he's
a pike.
planning.
Yep. He's looks like he's going out to secure relics. So let's see if Gunlad has added any additional town centers.
Sure.
Yep, he spots another one.
Oh, he's got one, yeah.
And
two. Oh.
Yep. So his plan is to boom, make a bunch of cheap units as Mayans, which you can do,
Just
and overwhelm me. So he's not too concerned about this castle out here.
Oh,
he sees a
jeez.
monastery coming up. You know, Byzantines do get good monks, but I don't think he's that worried. But he is being attacked.
Oh, there's a cataphract.
Killing off his pikemen. Pikemen do no bonus damage against cataphracts.
Really?
And cataphracts get something like plus 10 bonus damage against pikemen.
I did not realize that cataphracts were that powerful.
Against infantry specifically. They're very powerful.
So everything that was basically the thing that's bonus against cavalry isn't.
Right. Now, in the Imperial Age, he will get halberdiers, which get plus 32 bonus damage against cataphracts. Cataphracts only negate 16 of it. So halberdiers are still okay against cataphracts.
But not as good as they could be.
Not as good as they could be, and cataphracts would not want to pick that fight anyway.
So you counter monastery.
They're faster. So here goes his monk. It's like he's headed out to get the relics for himself, because I haven't gone after the relics. But look at this. Cataphracts just picked off an eagle, so he's got to be careful.
You just clicked Imperial Age.
I'm 20% of the way up to the Imperial Age.
So the trick will be, can he... Oh, there's his own castle.
So let's see if I can see that castle.
I think you should be. Yeah, barely.
So I'm capable of seeing that castle. Whenever I do this, I'm very pleased, right? Because, alright, I'm just going to be in the next stage in a few minutes, and then I'll just trap that castle down under my castle. And you won't be able to do anything about it.
Dang thing, yeah.
So, unless he wants to run under my castle and snipe the trebuchet. So did I add another town center? Let's see what I'm doing back home here.
Looks like you
I am adding another town center. Now that we've clicked up to the Imperial Age, we have good food income. We can afford to produce villagers out of 2 town centers.
Your gold is slightly lacking.
Look at how I haven't even started taking my own gold. Really.
Yeah, you just started stealing his.
Yep.
Because you got 3 sources of gold here.
Yep. Got 3 gold mines I can take from.
But you're like, I'll just take yours.
So it looks like he got his castle up. Is he making plumes out of it?
Let's check. That would be my... No, he hasn't started anything. He's got quite a bit of spearmen.
Pikemen.
Oh, there's a monk.
It's like he's housed.
Oh, he's getting...
So he is stealing the relics. That's alright, though. Relics are generally hotly contested on Arena, again, like I said. But I have made no attempt to go after the relics because I intend for this to be very secure.
Anything with that castle, though.
Well, he's using it as like a security, right? He doesn't want me coming and building another castle. A lot of times the players will do that.
I like how this looks, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a castle.
It's the most castly thing they have, though.
Right.
In terms of Mesoamerican.
Yes.
So he sees that I've advanced to the Imperial Age. And here come the cataphracts. Probably, about 7 cataphracts there.
So let's see,
I believe I'm making a treb as well.
Let's see, yes, you will.
Yeah.
Which will have that castle down in no time.
So let's follow the cataphracts north. Make sure that we don't miss this. So here come the villagers. We've got 705 stone.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
The plan is to drop another castle and deny the stone instead. So the treb has come out. I've queued up another treb, as you can see, in the castle. Well, let's follow the villagers. So the treb is going to start knocking on the castle. And I actually so happen to see this. We're going to drop a castle.
I think
he is doing something. So we're going to focus down the monks because they're the biggest threat.
We don't want them getting their hands on it. Oh, they did.
He did convert a cataphracts.
He's like, I believe in the Mayan gods now.
And now he's coming back. He's picked off one villager. The cataphracts is going to fight the rest. But when you send a lot of villagers like that toward your opponent, it means you're doing a castle drop. Yeah. So he was thinking about castle dropping me the way that I was thinking about castle dropping him again.
But you managed to catch him before he...
Yep. Yeah. So these cataphracts are going to deny that. And with that, he calls the GG.
He just quit from there.
Yeah, because if you return to the map and you take a look, like his castle was on fire.
Oh.
I had 2 trebs focusing it down. I was about to drop another castle in his face. He had some villagers next to my walls, but he probably didn't feel confident putting a castle up since they had no military escort anymore. And his own base was about to get cleared out.
He didn't even have the stone to do it yet.
Yeah, he was close.
He was close.
He could have bought some with the market.
He could have, but he just didn't have it.
So he calls it. He decided to boom instead.
Yeah, when you have good units like this and trebuchets, it would not have taken you very much
Yep.
to swoop in and just destroy him.
So he's at 57 villagers, 7 idols. How many villagers are we at? Go ahead and select
He's
it.
at-
Thor's Chariot's perspective, 57 villagers.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right.
46.
Yeah, 46.
So he's got about 25% more villagers than we do.
So he was only slightly less efficient than you.
He was more efficient in the sense that he was creating villagers from 3 town centers, and I was creating them from 2 town centers. And he was building an economic lead, but it didn't get him anything in this case.
Right.
Because he had 2 castles, 1 castle in his face and another castle about to come up, and trebuchets about to knock over his buildings, and no military anymore to
Because
protect any of
he
it.
sent all those pikemen. So do you think he knew that spearmen weren't good against cataphracts?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he was sort of hoping to get the drop on me with that castle.
Which would have forced you to have to try and pull back or send
And
trebuchets.
divert resources to protecting it. So
Yeah.
anyway, so there's kind of a good game, an example of fast castle and then castle drop into a fastish imperial. Byzantines do it well because their imperial age is cheaper, so they can get up just a little bit quicker. Let's take a
Yeah.
look at the achievements here.
So you had him pretty much beat in everything but economy.
Yep, he had a much better economy than I did.
Wow, geez. Yeah, pretty
More
much everything.
resources across the board. He just couldn't spend them as well. So go to military. Killed 19 units, lost 5. Raised 3 buildings, lost none. But he did convert something, and he had a bigger army than I did. He just couldn't make use of it, unfortunately.
Yep.
27.5-minute imperial age time.
Yeah. The timeline
So,
really just
Let's go
doesn't
to, the
say
timeline
much.
does not tell it. No, by looking at the timeline, you would think that this was his game. So go to society stats. Villager high, 57 versus 46. He captured 2 relics, and we both got 1 castle up throughout the course of the game. So thanks for co-casting this one with me, Deacon. I hope your audience enjoys it.
Yeah, absolutely. I had fun. I hope we're entertaining enough.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody learned something.
Maybe.
All
I mean,
right.
I'm learning stuff. I mean, I'm probably still not going to be great at Age of Empires, but
It just takes practice.
it does. All
So-
right. Well, that has been Deacon Gaming here with Thor's Chariot, and we'll be signing off. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.